Missing, or should I say, retired an absolute legend. I'm surprised to have a statue in Georgia. Georgie Shabini, 20 years he played for his country, 200 caps. So they're missing that big piece, but what they do have is Tuko. Just a dominant down-low player, one of my favourites really, averaging 19 points, just under 8 rebounds, pulled out in that last game, 17.6 rebounds, and then also killed the Denmark games as well. It was great. Here comes Ukraine talking about guys that they're missing. They're missing their 7-foot towers in Pistovi and also Alex Lay. So no big 7-footers to protect the rim and make easy dunks. Also Sanon, used to see for this team with that guy right there. Heilig is back for this national team. Didn't make the last winner, but plays his domestic basketball. Yeah, the champion Celtics back in 2024. So some nice pieces for this Ukraine team, some real young guys who played very well. Talking about young guy, Alexander Kovla dropped 31.6 rebounds and 6 assists in that win against Georgia back in November. Boy, that seems so long ago. How to qualify for the World Cup is a long, long trip. So talking about my favorite part, it's time for the national.
Ukraine.
Well, there you have it. My favorite part of international basketball, to sing the national anthem loud and proud as both coaches and players exchange high fives, hugs, and a little memento before we get underway. These guys know each other many years in the game, and many years in the game also is going to be our referees for this evening. As we see Mihailik, there he is, just in the back there. I think he's going to be a big part. Here they are, especially Martin from Bulgaria. He's a crew chief, so much experience from him. And got a team from France, and then also Prapa from Serbia. This is a great crew. It's going to be officiating us through this game. And really the window, this is the final window in the first round. We, like I talked about, all the way back to November 25, February 26, and here's the starting lineup. Marquis Reed, we haven't had a chance to talk about him as he balled out against Denmark. I think he's going to be a big piece for this Georgia team. He dropped 18 points in that Denmark window back in February in 29, so he knows how to fill it up for sure. And their head coach, Ziric, will get them all together. And Georgia has stamped their way into the second round, a good couple of teams actually. So there's 32 teams in the first round, then the top 3 qualify on to, of each group, excuse me, qualify onto the second round, and only 12 European teams, the most across the World Cup qualifiers. Here's our starters. Bobrov also, let's pick him out, number 13. One of their big vets, 6'7". He's 11 points the last game against Georgia, but it was the 15 rebounds. The young'un, number 50, Kovla, Alexander Kovla. When I mean he's a walking bucket, 31 points. And in his own backyard, head coach Ainis Bagaskas, Latvian, is leading the Ukraine national team. And Bagaskas, you know, is a player first before a coach. 6 Latvian championships here. Has a lot of experience. Is going to try and push this Ukraine team. We got to see at the start of the broadcast, both have the same record. Ukraine is in that second spot as they won the head-to-head.
Guys, whatever we do, attack, don't hesitate. And most important, both sides of the court, attack, physical mastery. Enjoy.
I love that message. Attack, be aggressive, but enjoy. A great message from Ainis Bagaskas, the head coach. I think that's such an important part of basketball, really, to smile, have fun, keeps you loose, keeps the rhythm, and gets you on the way. No doubt they'll be full of confidence, but that was a long time ago. They played Georgia over 8 months ago. There's Bobrov, one of Ukraine's main guys who will start. Both teams know how big this is. Can Ukraine get that second dub against this, you know, a well-oiled machine, this Georgia team? They're trying to go back to the World Cup. The first time making history back in 2023. But against a really good Ukraine, you know, 9-time appearances in a Eurobasket, also went to the World Cup. So they're both these teams trying to go back to Qatar in 2027. It's a long, long road, but we're into our third and final window in this first round. Well, welcome everyone to FIBA Basketball World Cup. Where Georgia have won the jump ball. They're in their red, and I spoke about Marquis Reed, how he's a walking bucket and already on the board. And a quick answer back from the big fella. And both teams firing right from the beginning. That's always a nice start, that you can just settle yourself into this game. As Skapinskiv scores that last basket, and then a steal, misses, and he cleans up the board. Back-to-back buckets. The big fella. That's one thing Ukraine does produce, is 7-footers. I spoke about Alex Lenz and Pistovi not being here, but they're not short of height. Shengelia loves this sweet spot down low. So tough to guard. Here he is, little shimmy. Steps through, too much on it though. And off of Ukraine will be Georgia's ball, out of bounds. But point 3. So they got to catch and shoot this very quick. There it is. Good decision though. Had no time to come down and land. You got to shoot it in the air. Heilig can't get it to go, but drops it off, and boy, he started off hot, hasn't he? Skapinskiv with all 6 points for the Ukraine. Georgia have not figured out a way to stop him. Probin, step back, long two, no. Reed trying to get the rebound, bodies flying everywhere. Who comes up with it? And Reed is fouled. Marquis Reed does a good job scrambling. Head coach Bagatskis is on his knees saying, we got to get that rebound, as he takes a deep breath. Heilig, just that little dump off. Great decision from him to drive and hand it up. Reed knocks those down. He leads, well, he's the only one who scored for Georgia as well. So one guy for each team doing all the work. Here's a mid-range. It's off. Nice rebound. Down the other end, and a foul, +1. Great job to drive here, push in transition, beats his man down the floor. And Sanasi, I didn't get time to talk about him at the start of the broadcast, and he's huge. He had 22 points in that November loss against Ukraine, but he was hot from the three-point line. He was 5 from 8, so to get him going is super important as well. So Ukraine trying to take the lead back. Kovla is really a rising star for this Ukraine team. So 8 all. As Reed probes, soft touch, and gets it to go. And right now, he's a walking bucket. Somebody's screaming. I'm guessing it's Coach Bagatskis to say, you better stop Marquis Reed. We got problems. So a double team. Mihailik gets it up and splashes that one in. So really a fast start as a backdoor pass. Nice little drive, throws it up, mistimes it. Now here comes Ukraine. They've got numbers if they want it. 5 on 2, and they get the tap in, can't get it out. It's reset. Kovla gets a little pick, sets his feet. That's nice. That's easy offense, but wonderful. Just that nice little pick, gives him enough space. No defenders in the way. Here's Reed under pressure. There you go, you can see that foul there. And that's that little space. Look at that. Beautiful arcing. Hits nothing but net. Splashes it home. And really, some wonderful basketball going on here. Both teams playing at a high, efficient level. Reed. Lucky Reed trying to find something. Dishes it off. This is wide open. Nope. Shoots it, but Reed with his own rebound. Shengelia. Like I said, this is his favorite place to work. Can't get it to fall. Good defense from Ukraine, protecting the rim. Good defense, out of bounds. There's that great defense as Bobroff is under pressure. So Georgi Tosalaza has to take his warm-up shirt off and get himself on the court. Okay, so out of bounds, 17 seconds. And out, so they'll reset. Get the ball in bounds. Probing, trying to find a little opening. And boy, good job. Mihailuk with the shot, 6 points. But what I love about it is that he just spaces out but stays in the vision for the pass. Georgia trying to answer back. Good defense, blocks it on the glass, comes up with the rebound. Way to stick with it. Right, this is an exciting first 5 minutes here. Trying to find something tough. Shot tapped out of bounds though. Reset in the corner. Rims out. Another offensive rebound. Ukraine doing a fantastic job on the boards. Kovlov over. Good passing here. Little drive from Bobroff. Shot clock grinding down. Boy, it's pretty. Mihailuk on fire. Lovely job as they break this lead open, 20-12. The defense gets sucked in, and there he is just waiting patiently on the baseline. Look, nobody's around. Lovely, lovely job. Timeout forces Georgia to think about it. Coach says, what are we doing? Timeout.
That's 11 points, stop now. Staggered, come out. Goga corner, 2 rotate 5. 4. Two rotate 4. I'm
Well, I did hear somebody say in that timeout, guys, what are we doing? And indeed, Mihailuk, what are you doing with him? Guys, look at him, he's relocating. Doesn't have the ball in his hand more than a split second. And it's up and in. He shoots such a good clip. He's got 9 points, 3 from 4 from beyond the arc. So some subs coming in. Sanasi needs some work with the physio on the sideline. There you see him. So a big little lead is opened up here in the first. Can Georgia come out of the timeout and score? Shengelia needs to start getting himself hot here. Misses. Oh, that's a tough pass. Not easy. Overthrown by Alexander Kovla. Nice little drop off. But again, another block. The ball is squirted out down the other end. Good hands, but it falls right into. That is Tresinko. Tresinko with the first bucket. Way to run after that, to be fair. Don't just assume it's going to be an easy shot. So it's a 10-point game, make it 8. As Reed gets into that soft 15-foot jump shot. Reed with 9 points, started off super hot to start the game. Nice little pass. Tough arcs against Shengelia. So Reed gets the pick. Oh, trips over, slips off Mihailuk, and that is a needed bucket. Shengelia not only for his team but for himself, but answers right back. No, good rebound there. Trying to go for the foul, and he does get it. Ivan Silly there, kind of puts his hand in there. Ivan Tichenko. This is a nice move from Reed, but slips over too. And then Shengelia just rises up. He does have that sweet stroke, doesn't he? Can stretch the floor. So Marquis Reed already on double digits here, 10 points. Excellent day for him already, and was still in the first quarter. So there's 3 free throws coming. So smart to understand to get that shot up. Ukraine over the limit here. This last 2 minutes, 30 odd seconds. If I'm Georgia, I'm going to the basket trying to cause some fouls. Ball was tipped out and a turnover. Marquis Reed, oh, in and out, is fouled yet again. They've got problems to defend Reed. This is speed. Vojlovic is the culprit there. There he goes, puts his hand up. You don't see that a lot, do you? But yep, that was me. And after a 10-point lead, it's dwindled away. After a 9-0 run. I will make this with the free throws. They've tied it up. So good job from Georgia not to panic. Still a lot of basketball left, even going down 10. Trying to get something here. Turn around, jumper, no, and it's tapped out of bounds from Georgia. So Ukraine's ball. drive. Little step back, that's a long 2. No, gets his own rebound, hangs in the air, puts it in. Yeah, look, doing a great job sticking with that 11 points, but he just didn't give up on that shot, right? You're not going to make everything, but way to crash the boards. It's Shengelia. No, gets his own rebound. And just how we started this quarter with offense flowing and guys in rhythm, with right back at it here, going pound for pound, and a foul's been called. Kashvili is saying what? Let's have a look here. Here he is. And he slaps his hand down on Mihailuk. And ref says, nah, 3 shots coming up. Good minutes from the big man. Steve started off so well, didn't he? He had those back-to-back buckets. And that's the first down. There he is. Thank you. He had 6 points, 4 rebounds. One more to come. Already on 13 points here. Look, can he make it 14? Yeah. So, Alexander Kobla back into the game. Nice couple of fans here, Ukraine fans. You can see all the flags there. So Reed skips, crosses over, finds his space, doesn't get enough on it. And the rebound and the push from Ukraine. Reed trying to foul, doesn't get it. Needs to match back up. Kobla. Wide open 3, no. And they bump into each other. Out of bounds. Don't love that. Mihailuk is having a well-earned break. Look at this. They both bounce off of each other. I guess it's a bit of frustration. So, sorry, I must have missed that. That must have been a foul because Reed has walked down the other end to shoot free throws. That's his first one, is miss, knocks that one down. So a 2-point game. Under a minute here. 10-point lead. Ukraine, but he managed to stick with it. 8 seconds on the clock. Shot clock starting to die. This is a 3. Drills it right down the middle. Kobla, I like him, and you can see how he dropped 31 points the last time he played Georgia. He's averaging 21 in his qualifying campaign, but that boy nice. So Georgia down 5, and they just chip into this lead coming to the end of the first. Uses the glass, that's nice, good decision there. One last shot, 2 seconds, steps through. Woo, that's lucky. Or should I say unlucky? Not knocking that one down, but a great first quarter. There it is. Ukraine 30, Georgia 27. Well, we've had 3 ties and 3 lead changes. Here's our stats, and pretty similar across the board. 100% though, 3 from 3. 43% both teams from the 2-point strike, 2 for 3 for Georgia. Ukraine had some nice shooting from the 3-point line. They are 5 from 10, and Mihailuk is really the big reason as we get to watch the first quarter less plays. And Marquis Reed started off very, very hot. He has 15 points in this first quarter. This was nice from the big fella. Skapinstiv was very efficient around the rim. There he was, back-to-back baskets, but here comes Georgia. Even after a 10-point lead, it disappeared so quickly. And now just a 3-point lead for Ukraine. Hats off to Georgia to sticking with it, but that's what was much better in that second, like 4 to 5 minutes. Just hitting the boards and getting a few more second chance opportunities. There's a nice finish. Talking about second chance opportunities though, Ukraine had a fair few. This is a nice, he missed in the second chance going up. Bobrov, 13 second chance points for Ukraine, only 6 for Georgia. Ukraine also have capitalized 5 points off of the 2 turnovers from Georgia. Go ahead and scan the QR code for courtside 1891. Keep up to date with all the World Cup qualifiers. It's been fantastic already in this window. So many qualifiers, the African, the American, it's all guns blazing all week long. So Ukraine trying to add to this little margin. That's a nice fake, wide open, can't get it to go. Another rebound and one. Whoa, I thought he was kind of out of place and didn't play last game, but here he is. Shinko gets a great bucket. Decision, actually, yeah, his arms were tied up there. You can see the emotion. This is that one. Born in 2005. Wow, he's a young one, so no doubt happy to get that score. Doesn't hit the free throw though. Here comes Georgia. He's 7'1". Wow, both these nations have such tall guys. Here they come in transition. Quick little dive. That's pretty. That's wonderful basketball. And there you see the bench love it. Lukashov gets that nice little drop off. Look at that number, that's nice. 8 assists already for Ukraine. Sharing is caring, that's a tough bucket. Can't get it to go. Net nutmegs the defense, and here they come. Oh, that's a tough pass. And a foul has been called. Rataza with the Rataza with the foul. Subs coming in. Marquis Reed, we didn't think he was going to be on the bench very long, especially how well he started. I don't know how much you can keep him on the bench. 15 points, he played 9 minutes of first quarter, so no doubt needed that rest. So Ratti there has to come out of the game as he's picked up his second foul. Ukraine, that's a deep three. Whoa. Gosh, Kovla isn't afraid at all. 11 points. Alexander Kovla. Confidence oozing out of his soul. And a good answer back, and that's why you can't keep Maki Reed on the bench for very long. That's an incredible bucket. Hopefully we'll get to see it again. Here it is. Look, that nice little drive. Just a hit. Doesn't let him land safely. We'll go to the line for one. Knocks that down. Can you believe he's already been to the free throw line 11 times? 11 times today, Maki Reed. 9 from 11. Good hands. They're going to call a patient foul from Martin. Not happy with him. You can just see from that basket cam. He thinks he had all ball, but Martin thinks otherwise. Well, Georgia is over the limit there already. Can you believe that? We're only 2 minutes done in this second quarter, and they're in team foul problems already. You can see the 4 red lights under their names. So this 8 minutes, Ukraine, nice pass, will go to the free throw line every foul. Ukraine are doing a great job pushing. Swings the ball to the corner, can't get it to go. Big rebound from Georgia, and finds Reed. Push the ball down the other end, crosses over, tries to find something. This is great ball movement. Nope. And they're keeping Georgia to one tough shot, rebound, and they're on to the other end. And clearly comfortable at running at Formula 1 speed, Ukraine. It's a great job as Bobrov will come back into the game, but they're doing excellent. Holding Georgia to, you know, a really tough shot, get the ball. It's textbook basketball. Pushing transition. You've got them under the pump with all these team fouls. Get back to the free throw line. Sanasi back into the game, and Ukraine are at the free throw line yet again. Not as much as Maki Reed though, but either way, able to go 2 for 2 and makes it a 10-point game again, tied for their biggest lead today. Denying Reed the ball, making somebody else have to score. That could be a travel. No, pushes it back out. Can't get it to go. And there's that rebound again. Look at that, 19-12 rebounds, Ukraine crushing Georgia on the boards. Little kick out. The big fella showing his range, can't get it to go. Tipped. Reset. And nope. And Georgia finally gets that. He's just having a talk. just having a moment with the referee. But boy, those offensive rebounds are really hurting Georgia. Ukraine have 10 offensive rebounds, 20 in total, and Georgia only have 5 offensive rebounds. So it's getting a bit touchy here. Alexandra Tabzesti clearly put in the game for one thing and one thing only, is to deny and irritate Reed. So head coach Gatskas having a chat with these guys. Referees are going to come together, see if there's any ill play. So they've done a motion of a circle in the air, and in the book that means the referees want to go and take an official review. If it's a circle, it means the referees are going to review. If it's a square, it's a coach's challenge. So we've got to know our shapes. Shapes, numbers, names in this game of basketball. So let's have a look there. Under the basket, nothing too much. Just seems like they're having a hug. But then the aftermath, let's just have a look at this. Nothing too much on it. But here, forearm. Reed is annoyed by him. Gets in his face. Oh, I'm not sure about that. That's a good view from the basket camera. So that's allowed, that's fine. Reed's annoyed. Get out of my face. Reed lips a little bit, but then that shove right there is a bit overboard in my referee book that I don't have of rules. I don't have a grey t-shirt and I don't have a whistle. There, that one there might be a bit over the line. So referees, like I said, many years in experience, especially the one in the center, Martin from Bulgaria. I've seen him referee many tournaments. This could be a telling moment here, because Reed has been their biggest scorer with 18 points, and if you lose him, oof, things are difficult. Zesty, on the other hand, just a young kid, you know, playing his ball in Oregon for the Oregon Ducks. College kid, and is taking on the challenge and is not backing down, as he knows his one and only job is to frustrate. Okay, let's have a look here. Here they go. Technical foul. Both guys get a technical foul, so it cancels out. Okay. I would say Reed is quite fortunate there to not get thrown out of the game. But now he's tiptoeing. Oh no. No, excuse me. And I stand corrected. So technical foul. Just gonna wait here because I think Reed should be thrown out too. Yeah. Technical fouls. So Reed's evening is done, as well as Kavesti. That's not okay. You know, Ukraine can afford a young cub, should we call him, to not be in the game, but Georgia cannot afford Reed to go out. He's their biggest gun, and they're edging to this team. He's just dropped 18 points. And he has to go to the locker room and watch the game with you guys. So they have to bounce back here, Georgia. They've got to go to their main guy here, Shengelia. No. Gets the steal, no. Doesn't hold on to it. Nice little crossover. Throws it up and a foul. I really like how this kid is playing. Look at that. Just great job to get his eyes on the rim. Alexandra playing a fantastic game. Pointed him out at the start of the broadcast as he dropped 31 the last time he met Georgia. Already has 11 this evening. Make it 12. Really a bright spark and star, especially with the, you know, likes of Sanon not here with this team, who's usually a guard at that position. She likes it. Nice little applaud and moves his team. 12 points here. Shengelia crosses over. Lots of hands bothering him, and that's going to be a jump ball. There's Bobroff in there. But just making things difficult for Toko Shengelia, because when he's driving, multiple hands are digging in from Ukraine as Bobroff has to go to the bench with 3 fouls. So both teams now over the limit. So the next foul either team makes, there'll be free throws. This is a good steal. They have numbers. Nobody's to stop him. No, couldn't get it to go, but a foul. Shengelia. Fouls. Let's have a look here. That's a good steal. Kovla then sets transition. Wojlanovic is the guy who will be shooting free throws. Martin does his job, signs that perfectly. So these are a crucial 5 minutes 48, in my opinion, that Georgia just have to get a hold of this game. They've lost their leader in scoring, in Reed, of a altercation earlier. He's gone out, so who's your next guy who can score? Reed had 18 points of this 30. Now, moving screen, that doesn't help it either. Bartosar just moving that hip a little bit too quick. So Ukraine gonna take their time here. Playing some solid basketball, moving the ball, getting good looking shots. This is a big box out, but it slides out of bounds. Unfortunate that turnover. Against him. back into the game. He was great. The big fella, number 44 for Ukraine, 7 points and 7 rebounds already. We'll keep an eye on him for his double-double. Anyway, here's Georgia. They need a bucket, don't they? That's tipped out of bounds. Really a disaster second quarter here. Already a 14-3 quarter for Ukraine. Georgia struggling to find a bucket. That's the guy you want to go to. Shengelia. Out of off balance, stolen. This is going to be easy money. Mihailuk finishes it. And problems after problems for Georgia. This is a great anticipation, but it's the good defense there. 1, not to foul, 2, to smother him, and 3, to get the steal and the nice little flush dunk. This is great basketball from Ukraine as Mihailuk goes to 18 points, and Georgia needs to figure something out in this timeout.
I want you on the rebound. You need to help him. You need to help everybody. Okay, we go. Do not take 5. Go to pop. You best you got. You understand that? Okay? Guys, let's play just solid here. Okay, turnovers. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
So when there's Reed as he applauded and had to leave. And now with that dunk, it's a 16-point game. And if I'm Georgia, I just want to 1 possession at a time. 1 score, 1 stop. 1 score, 1 stop. And just chip away at this last 4 minutes and 47 seconds. But what Ukraine have done really well on the defensive end is kept them to 1 shot and rebounded the ball so well. Here's Georgia. Shengelia out, little fake, good defense. Has to find the pass. They double team Shengelia, and that's what I'm talking about. They get the score, they find him and he gets the ball up, but look how difficult that is. Multiple guys drop down on him. This is great defense, foul or not, but not letting him get anything easy or any type of rhythm today. He's only got 5 points. And has been averaging 19 points as he misses that free throw. There goes 1 from 2. Kovla trying to find a pass. Mihailuk thinks about it, but is directing his team what he wants. Now he has to get the one-on-one. Misses badly. Probably their worst offense this evening. Didn't love it, no movement. So, still can't get a bucket here, been stuck on 30 for a hot minute, trying to find something to go. Little handoff series into the pick, rejects the pick, good defense, has to pull up, and that's what I'm talking about. They hold him to 1 tough shot. The drop-off pass, nothing you can do about that. The big fella down low. Skapinski with the beautiful finish. Love that for him. There's that double team, and they're going to call a foul. See what I mean? And that just starts to kind of wear away at you. That's the words I'm looking for Shengelia, because, you know, yes, he's going to the free throw line, but the amount of times that he's hit the deck, bodies are being thrown at him, they're being super physical with him. You can see how strong he is. And now with Reed out of the game, if I'm Ukraine, I'm digging down, I'm being aggressive, and making his life difficult too. So a well-needed couple of points there as they go a few minutes without a bucket. And over and back is the call. Oh, and coach is saying, I want a review. See, we had a circle earlier, then a triangle, then he waves it off. So it was tough because Lukashov kind of made his case that Georgia tapped it over the half. Either way, turnover and well needed for Georgia. They've only scored 6 points in this quarter to Ukraine's 18. This might be a good looking bucket. No, it's tipped out of bounds. They'll reset out of bounds, but 0.5 on the clock. Can't really come down with the ball. It's got to go up very quickly. Yeah, something like that. That's nice. Lovely. Rati with the quick release. That's how you score. That's better from Jordan. A couple of buckets here, just chip away at it. But Ukraine, no, can't get it to go. Shengelia gets it back, moves it across. Drives, tough finish, can't get it to go. Big rebound, Ukraine doing what they do best, pushing the ball after cleaning up the boards. Now they settle down low. Nice little touch, can't get it. Coach is shouting, it sounds like head coach Georgia Zikic is losing his mind. A lot of emotions today, that's for sure. Let's see here. Oh, that was a lovely shot, just in time. Look, he catches it, shoots it quick. Yeah, there was 0.5, so he just had enough time. If it's 0.3, you've got to catch it in the air. Foul here. He's done a really lovely job. Look at him, he sets the pick and he just heads straight to the rim. I like him. Obviously, many years of big men from Ukraine. Big veteran piece in Kostovi and Alex Len. That a guy like this can really carve his game around. 6'9". So some subs coming into the game. Shalis into the game for Shalis for Ukraine. Give some minutes here. his first minutes of the game. Nice little drop-off pass, good finish. That's good basketball. This is much better from Georgia. Of course, it's Ukraine to want to talk about it, and I said that, right? You're down 16, one possession at a time. Chip away, get to it. This is a great job, and the poise to finish. Shengelia likes it. It's that 12-point game now. Still 1 minute and 35. Timeout.
Он разбежался и куда-то тупо кинул. Отступаем. Как можно убираем эти transition points. Just covers these transition points. Don't keep him in a case like this. Don't anything. Hey, no, we don't say anything. Please, one time try to play like what we're supposed to do. Play. Please. You are the point. You are coming from the screen. And you set the screen. Please. Please. No, set a good screen. Set a good screen and go. Эй, подожди. Да, с тобой. А потом Андрей с тобой.
Наша земля. Украина.
Okay, so 12-point game. Both teams make their way out onto the floor. 1 minute and 35 left here in the first half. And Georgia have managed to just keep chipping away. They were struggling in this second. They've lost their main scorer, Reed. He's had to watch the game from the locker room as he got a double tech. And so did Kabzesti. They got into it earlier on, and with Reed out and had 18 points, was killing actually, was wonderful, playing great basketball, was unconscious in that first quarter especially. They lose him, and Georgia couldn't really find a bucket. Tough defense from Ukraine, holding Georgia to one shot and one shot only, but just stuck with it, and that's what's more important. But still down 11 in this second quarter. It's 19-10. Ukraine have figured out a way to put up 19 points. What Ukraine have done well as well is rebound. Done a really good job rebounding Georgia 24-17. 14 of those are on the defensive glass, 10 offensive rebounds, and scored 15 second chance points off of those rebounds to Georgia's 6. Ukraine dominating in the paint as well. 20 points in the paint to Georgia's 12. So we're all sorted out and ready to go. Little full court press here, run and gun. Ukraine figure it out and get the ball over the half. Yeah, look, picks up the ball. This is good defense from Georgia, but now here's the drive. A lot of bodies, and they're gonna say charge! Wow! Great job to come over and sacrifice your body. Alexandra McVie-Lira, look at that. So a nice little momentum swing here for Georgia. Can they score? Can they capitalize on this? No, that looks like it's been tipped, but get the rebound. Goes up and in. This is great. Stay here, and Alexandra Berlaza has really just brought this spark of energy off the bench. Well needed. Let's go into the game. So 17 seconds here. Out of bounds for Ukraine. 10-point game. Biggest lead was 17. And Georgia have managed to chip it down to 10. Oh, this is a steal. It is. Here they come. Out sprints everyone. And a block shot. Good defense. Way to get back from Ukraine. Everyone in a full-court sprint as Shengelia looks on. Mihailuk will go to the bench, get a quick rest. As Kovla, who's been excellent this first half, along with Mihailuk. Kovla has 13. Anyway, here's Georgia. Can they chip away into this lead? Big finish from the big man. Timeout. They drop it to 8. Way to work, and I think this is the sums up Georgia basketball. They work hard. They just dig deep. Their big scorer, Reed, is in the locker room, and they figure out a way. I asked, who's going to step up and score? And they found a way here as Petaza gets that score. Timeout.
Ilya, место дать. Ваня, ты типа сейчас против этого 0. Ты держишь этого Санаца. Они играют. Да, это тебе 0. Смотрите, сейчас сделаем. Бэм. Окей. Играем 15 чин. Ваня, ты здесь. Саня играет, но когда на табло 12 секунд. Оба пресс-брейк. Ваня здесь, Саня с мячом. Макс и Илья. Бен здесь. Бен. И играем. Поехали. 12 секунд.
Well, Georgia really have dug in deep here in the second quarter. When they were struggling to find a bucket, they're able to hold Ukraine scoreless for a good couple of minutes. They managed to dig back into this game. It's an 8-point game, 23 seconds left. 11 on the shot clock. Kovla goes one-on-one, steps through, drops it off. Block shot, lovely defense. Here comes Georgia, but stolen back from Ukraine. Winds up this big three. No. And nobody scores. Wow. Second quarter done and dusted. There it is at halftime. Ukraine 49, Georgia 41. And really, Georgia just started to dig in, right, and grind it out and made it kind of horrible basketball after they starting off so well, Ukraine. There it is. 6 from 18 from the three-point line, 45% from two-point strike. They're rebounding, which they were getting killed at. Then, you know, dug even harder and managed to bring it back 25 to 21. Assists, though, 12. I like that number for Ukraine. Mihailuk with 18. Well, Reed has 18, but guess where he is? He's in the locker room waiting for the team as he got a double technical and his day is done. So get yourself a cup of tea and join me for the second half, because this is going to be a good one.
And without Elvar Fredriksson on the floor, it's quite a struggle offensively here for Iceland. Good hands, big time, Labana, good night. Well, I think Marek Blažević just had enough at this point.
Hungary trying to find some rhythm. Oh, big time dunk. That's some rhythm. Just thrown up and crushed.
Here we go, driving in and getting the block. It goes off of Yurtseven.
Well, get it rejected. To Bellis, said not in your house. And oh my goodness, both ends of the floor. His name is Azuolas Tubelis. What a play. Atsi Prashal, excuse me. Fernandez gets a high screen, goes behind the back, and that is the La Laguna Tenerife combo. Well, in the BCL, you've seen that time and time again.
On the verge of winning here, they may be, if they could get something good, they can! Here's 3, Timo Lambola! They lead by 1!
They'll use the high screen instead, roll into the basket! Onen Uciuk over the top, what a slam! Poland rolling, the score from Lloyd, the stop. Dominik Onen Uciuk.
Saliu Niang, once again! Niang gang, baby! Well, I spoke about his athleticism. I told you what to expect, and Saliu Niang delivers.
The score is wrong on the board. It's an 82-81. Lloyd steps back for the game. Oh, Jordan Lloyd for the win. Silence in the arena. Jordan Lloyd has broken the hearts of this Latvian crowd. Jordan Lloyd has a 37-point game, but the last 3 are the most important 3.
Got to get it in bound. Fredriksson goes behind the back, goes up for it. Ah, baby! Good night, Iceland! Elva, MVP Fredriksson has done it. They found a way, and they came back and won it. Are you kidding me?
Papa Nicolau says, give it to me.
Go attacks to close out. Beat Bruno inside.
Fills it up. It's all right.
Welcome back, everyone, to the FIBA Basketball World Cup qualifiers here in Riga, Latvia, and the leading scorer. I don't think I've had this before, where the leading scorer of 18 points of Marquis Reed will not be coming out in the second half to add to this total of 18 points, because unfortunately lost his I guess poise. Emotions got the best of him, and he pushed Zesty in the neck area, and both of them were kind of, you know, boys being boys all game and being annoying, and he lost his rag. And look, I mean, by the looks of these highlights, he was outstanding. There he is, leaving for the locker room, as he had 18 points and he got to the free throw line 11 times. On the other side, he is still in the game. Mihailuk with a wonderful first half. Really, look, defense pestering him. He's got 18 points. He's knocked down 3 threes. He's shooting a 42% clip from beyond the arc. Look, he's just constantly moving. All his hands are up, ready to shoot. Wonderful experience. Is a Boston Celtic champion back in 2024, no doubt, using all of that experience to push his team. They were up 17, Ukraine, though, was their biggest lead. This is a nice little flush dunk. And now that lead has dwindled down to 8. So with Reed out, I was a bit concerned, Georgia, where were they going to go for scoring? And they managed just to make it a bit messy and ugly basketball and held Ukraine to 19 points in that second quarter, where in the first they dropped 30. But Georgia's dropped 27 in the first, but only 14, and that's a big aftermath of Reed having to head to the locker room. So I think Shengelia needs to find a way to score, get some easy buckets, but Ukraine are doubling him, being aggressive. You know, every time he's catching the ball, there's multiple hands digging down at Shengelia, and is on the floor having to pick himself up. So only 8 points to him and 2 rebounds. He's the next leading scorer from Reed. Ukraine, on the other side, we've looked at Mihailuk, but boy, this young star of Alexandra Kovla, number 50, has 13 points, 4 from 5, 80% from the floor. As we look at Mihailuk's stats also, look at that, he has 4 assists and 3 rebounds. But going back to Alexandra Kovla, that boy knows how to get it done. He's averaging 21 points in this qualifier. Born in 2002. Gosh, these little babies are coming up. And had 31 points the last time they played Georgia back in November. Dropped 28 points against Denmark. Had a 15-pointer in that Spain game. So, talking about, you know, there was a nice quote from their lead veteran, Georgi Shermadini, who had 200 caps for Georgia. And he said, "It's time for me to retire after 20 years of basketball." Because he wanted the young players to take over. So who's going to take over for Georgia and give Shengelia some help? But boy, the game is changing, isn't it? The style, the rhythm. The young ones are learning from the old vets and introducing. Obviously, it's changed from the down low, everyone in their positional game. Well, Ukraine actually, in their big 7-footers, are incredible in that, because where are you successful? You know, the Pistovies and now the Kovla, even Skapinstev today has been great around the rim. But now the game's changed. The 7-footers are able to stretch the floor, shoot the mid-ranger, shoot the 3. This has really become something so great. So super excited, especially for this Ukraine team. I think they'll be better in the second half. They'll be happy to get that second quarter out the way, because things just got a bit messy. But get back to what they did well in the first half. What did they do well? They played defense, kept Georgia to 1 shot, protected the rim, but then they got out in transition. Boy, they ran the ball, pushed it down the other end and got easy buckets.
So watch me now, what you keep doing. Listen, set it flat for him. attack, Goga will pop. Dive. Let's try to pass him. Try to pass him inside.
Ah, okay, okay.
Okay? If nothing, okay. If nothing, swing to do that.
Guys, давай, хасият иде, види!
Well, there we have it. Inspiring halftime talk there on the floor as they make their way. And 9 points is doable as you go ahead and scan the QR code. Up to date with all the World Cup qualifying action across the world. Got to do the African qualifiers earlier. Tunisia versus Nigeria. That was a fantastic game. Went all the way down to the wire. So completely, it's the World Cup, right? So keep up to date. Side 1891 is your best spot. So welcome everyone back to the World Cup qualifiers here in Latvia, in the capital of Riga, where Georgia was down 17, were able to fight back, and they've turned over the ball here to Ukraine in their home yellows. Nice little drive. This is a foul on the floor. Gelia. Picks that one up. Shengelia, that's his second foul. He can afford that one. Mihailo. Good ball movement here, wide open. 3 in the corner, Bobrov. That must feel good for Bobrov. Shengelia has to push the ball back out. Gets it down low. He likes his sweet 15-footer spot and then dribbling in. Can't get the soft pass, and here it is. 4 on 2, excuse me. Wide open 3, makes him pay. Boy, that was quick. Wasn't even a minute. And they want a timeout, Georgia, because I said it, right? What are they so good at? Causing one shot, getting the rebound out, running Georgia a 4 on 2, and then make them pay from the 3-point line. Excellent basketball from Ukraine. Timeout, Georgia.
We go to rotate 4. Come out. Set the screen. Alex. To rotate 4. To rotate 4. You understand that? Screen, pop. Let's go, guys.
Well, a timeout after a 6-0 run to start this third quarter. A lovely way to begin this second half to force them to call a timeout as the lead goes back to 55-41. Moving screen. Shengelia, that's his third. So he picked up that silly early one just to stop the ball, but now, oh, that's a tough call. As a former big man, I don't know, I wouldn't be happy with that one. I thought he was set. So, I look over. Foul, so clearly it's the game plan right here. Don't love it because there's still 8 minutes 42 seconds, and you're going to have them on the free throw line very, very quickly. There you go. Little upgrade. Thank you, cameraman. I'm doing my job. He's doing his. I didn't get to see this. It was just in the way. So, unsportsmanlike foul. Georgie, there he is. So you get free throws and the possession back here. Kovler knocks those down. There it is. Thank you. And sports, well. So Georgia need to just react. Like in that second quarter, they did well. Here's the shot clock winding down. Can they get a stop? Yes, they can. That's good. They need a score now. They've struggled in this third to get a bucket. They've been stuck on 41 to start this third quarter. And a foul. Shengelia really said it over and over again. They've made his life hell. Just put bodies on him. Made him have to pass it. Instead of an easy look, he's got 8 points. He's been on 8 points. He's only had 8 shots. And it's 1 from 7 from the 2-point strike. So very low percentage, under 15%. Nice little turnaround. The second chance. This is a big foul, yeah, on the floor. Prataza saying, what is this? Saying it should have been a foul, but I don't think he goes up in time. It's a good seal. Oh, actually. No. I hear you, big fella. Gogab, Prataza, in that second part, he definitely gets fouled, but then they don't call it, and then the second bit he's going up. So now he's angry. He's going to take the 3-point shot. Mihajlovic with the rebound, and he's off down the other end, drops off a little dime. It's getting a little bit too much here. Referees just need to control this. So free throws are good. Still a 10-0 quarter here, and another turnover. And I was really worried about this after Reed left the game. I was wondering who would score. That's good defense though, as Mihajlovic got stuck. Who would score for Georgia, and right now nobody has. It's 10-0. Turnovers there. Shenko getting that little steal, but good defense. And now they got a reset. Trying to look for the foul, and whoa! It drops right in, and no call. Mihajlovic just making it rain. 21 points now, 50% from beyond the arc as he knocks down his 4th 3-pointer. And that's a tough shot, so just check on who that is. Van looks like he's come up worse for wear. There's the trick shot where Mihajlovic was looking for the foul, but gets it to go. Mihailuk moves to 21 points. This isn't good. Ivan Pechenko has to go to the bench. He's got 5 points, 3 rebounds, and assist. So just like that, wow. Yeah, it's a 20-point game. Quick blink of an eye, and it was 9 at halftime. And this 13-2, that's their first bucket here in this third quarter from Georgia. It took them a long time to get points, and with those quick fouls, I did speak about it at the start of the third. Georgia were giving them, you know, all the fouls. So now here we are, 6 minutes and 47 seconds still left of this third quarter. And they're over the limit. So every foul, Mihailuk will go to the free throw line and bury 2 for 2 and moves to 23 points. He's 7 from 7 from the line this evening. Trying to get something to go. Singelia, little fadeaway. That's nice. Little Dirk Nowitzki-esque. Probably the best look he's got, but still, that's a hard, difficult shot to knock down as he moves to 10 points. And Ukraine are just making it poor, and making them pay. 18 points for Kovla. Alexandra. I've really been impressed with him. I knew he could fill it up, and I've seen him, but to see him live in action is great. Good answer back, though. Georgie knocks that one down. Look at that, 10 from 22 for Ukraine. Tough defense. Bobrov always in on the action, and they're key players for this team. Played many years. Every time I've covered Ukraine, Bobrov is part of this team. We'll go to the line for 2. Bobrov, 33 now. Getting into his fine wine years for sure. And like I said, he's been with Ukraine for so many years. So does his job well, knocks down his free throws. Looks like some blood's being cleaned up. He's still got 5.5 minutes. Here comes Ukraine. Throw it up. Lovely finish. Add it on his highlight reel because he is hooping. Mihailuk balling, doing a bit of everything with 25 points. 3 from 8 from the 2-point strike. Trying to answer back of the iron. Mihailuk with 23 points. Wow. Knocked down 4 threes as well. Playing with so much confidence. Here's a quick 3. Pushing the back. free throws coming up. That rims in and out. 23 times Ukraine have gone to the free throw line today, 82%, as they've dropped 19. Don't know if that's commentator's curse. I'm not going to blame myself because they got the rebound, and that rims in and out from Mihailuk. Step through, back out. Wide open three, can't get it to go. Tap back out again. And a foul. Tough call. Vojlanovic with the foul. That was kind of difficult. Oh, he's moving his feet. Fella will take a seat. So some subs rotating, I don't see why not. It's a tough window. Yeah, nice little drive, overshoots it though, there's a whistle. So, Ukraine will play in a couple of days as they will have to travel to Denmark. There they have beaten them twice, so really this could be, I don't want to, you know, get too ahead of myself, but the way they've played, they can move to 4-2 and stamp their second round spot. Nice poise, gets his own rebound, resets, no, that's off. And Georgia comes down with the rebound. So this is what the hardest thing about the European qualifiers is a three-point shot is missed badly, is that you've got to play home and away. Here is the mutual or neutral spot for Ukraine in Latvia is where they play their games, but then they've got to go on the road where across the qualifiers as a travel has been called, which is really tough for the athletes, is being able to play and turn it back round in a couple of days. So in 3 days' time, they'll play Denmark, Ukraine. And Georgia's life doesn't get any easier. They will have to play Spain, where they lost to them by 20 the last time they played them as well. So hopefully, as they missed that, they'll be hoping for Reed to be back on this team. And that's just a big loss for them, you know. Reed came out on fire, 18 points. We saw him as the top scorer at halftime. I've honestly never seen it before, where your top scorer and your leader doesn't come out in the second half. Yes, he was disqualified. Here's the drive. Mihailuk doesn't get the soft roll. And really the game shifted from there because they don't really, Shengelia has really been under pressure. Ukraine have their scouting report, and here comes the coach's review, but their scouting report and their plan for this game against Georgia has been excellent. So here comes a coach's challenge. Let's see here. I think that's off Ukraine. bucket. Just that last bit. Taps it out of bounds. This doesn't work, but still coaching his guys, even up 22. Georgia just need to chip away into this game. This is good. Easy bucket, but no, there's a foul. But you know, when points count, they were tied up in this bracket, right? Excuse me, in this group. It was 2-2, 2 wins, 2 losses for both these teams. Top 3 go through to the second round. So Gilead didn't get to see him in time, but here we go. Ukraine missed the shot. And I was saying, yes, how important this group is and this game is, because they were both tied up at 2 wins, 2 losses. Here's the drive down. Nice little kiss off the glass. Can't get it to go. So Spain is 4-0 at the top of this Group A, so they're through. And lovely shot. Georgia also qualified for the second round, but with this win, Ukraine will be the 3rd team, but you want to be in the best position in the group. Here's Mihailuk. Wow. He's like a flamethrower, isn't he? 28 points, 5 from 10, 50% from beyond the arc. I guess his regular season in the league, in the NBA, the 3-point line is a bit further, so this is closer for him. Here's a step back. Answers right back. That makes it 20. Nope. That's on to that. Look, 17-point game. He lines one up. No, gets the rebound. Georgia, here they go. Good fast break and a foul. Doesn't score it though. Those are important because you've got to score those. Good run. Look at him. Down the other end, looks back and maybe loses his concentration. Also gets fouled. This is the quick trigger 3, and that's the way they can get back into this game. Shingelia watches on. And he'll just rest until the 4th. So both teams over the limit, only 26.6 seconds left in this 3rd. It's taken quite some time because of all the fouls, free throws. There's 1 from 2. seconds difference between shot clock and game clock. Georgia trying to chip away into the 17-point lead. Gets the tip in, make it a 15-point lead. The biggest lead today was 23. And that's the end of the third quarter. So just like that, let me get my maths together here, excuse me. So it's a 15-point game, Ukraine 75, Georgia 60. So after the biggest lead of 23 points, Georgia managed to chip away and get it done and keep the game within, you know, touching distance. That's not bad. You can do it with 15. There's plenty of time as we go into the fourth. And it took them some time to get some scoring, but they put up 19 points in that third. That's better than their 14 in the second quarter. As we see, the third quarter, best plays, and really it was Ukraine. They came out, I think it was a 10-0 run, and then a 13-2 third quarter. Really took Georgia a long time. So these best plays is really going to be all of Ukraine till the last couple of minutes. But the three-point line has been kind to the Ukrainers, shooting just under 40%, 11 from 28. When you can be in that 40 range is a good day at the office. A big reason is Mihailuk. He has those 28 points and knocked down 5 of 3s. That guy right there, Kovla, has been excellent too. He's got 18 points. Those are the two top scorers on Georgia's side of things. I was wondering who was going to step up after Reed's 18 points in that first quarter. Had to go to the locker room. Shengelia stuck on 10. And a couple of guys have had to really, Sanisi, excuse me. Sanasi, let me get that right. Number 10 for Georgia. He's able, his ability to score is great, and he's only got 7 points. He's 2 from 8, but I think if they can get him going and get Shengelia, maybe we might not see him again. Maybe head coach Zikic makes his team figure it out. Nice. A nice bucket from Bobrov makes him go to 7 points. Nice little bit of energy here from Georgia. Good movements, good cuts. Trying to find something tough though. Little crossover, hangs in the air, overshoots it though. Little screen, looking for a pass, gets it back. Batting over. Quick three, no. You can hear head coach Pagauskas screaming the offensive play. There's the rebounding, 38-32. Not bad considering. Nice little pass. Overshoots it. Good defense back to back. That time is fouled. We'll go to the line. Head to the free throw line. Big fella's been good today. He's got his double-double. There it is. Thank you very much. 12 points, 10 rebounds. I guess when you get your own rebound, that will help the stats. Misses the free throw, but either way, it doesn't matter how you get it. 10 rebounds. It's a good number. Started the game great, didn't he? 6'9", wonderful hands. He's averaging 7 points and just under 4 rebounds, so smashing it from the statistical point of view with 13 now. Nice little fake, high arcing. No, and a foul. Come on, ref. Let him play. Goga Cortez is back into the game. There he is, coming out long on the screen. That's nice, can't get it to go, but cleaning up the boards. And honestly, I like this Ukraine team. Constantly playing, don't give up on the play, getting extra rebounds. All stats that you just love if you're a coach, because they've got 18 offensive rebounds. And make that 24 defensive, but second chance points today. 21 second chance points. That's pretty. That's a real athletic play, but there it is, the cleanup service. So 21 points on second chance points. And also 20 points off of Georgia's 10 turnovers this evening. Ukraine have looked after the ball. They've only turned it over 6 times. It's a lovely number going into the fourth. Here's a drive, good hands. Foul, it's been called. Yeah, where's this foul? Yeah, multiple slap downs. Alexandra Kovla, here he is. He's got a new fan, and it's me. Honestly, I like this kid. His confidence, his speed, his ability. We saw him double clutch then. Didn't make the basket, but not afraid. And 80 points and 8 assists today. It's a pretty solid number. 20-point game here. Ukraine have this under control, but can't go to sleep. Or nice block. Come up with the ball. Can't get. Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Don't get too ahead of yourself or complacent, because a team like Georgia aren't going to give up. They're going to keep working and shoot the 3, and there it is. Knock it down. Make it a game, you know, get it down to 15, get it down to close to single digits. It's possible, but still. Can they answer right back? No, there's a rebound. Point game. Wide open 3 again. This might cause them to take a timeout. No, can't get it to go. Rebound. Decides to recycle. Good little fake. Loses the ball though. He's got 2 seconds to work with. He's got to let it up. He doesn't know. Good defense from Ukraine. Got to understand what's on the clock. So here's Shengelia, hasn't played for midway in the third. So he's had a big rest. He's played 21 minutes today, Shengelia. 10 points, and not a great game, but Ukraine have had him at the top of the list to make his life live in hell, and they've done that. They've thrown bodies at him, doubled him. So now see the foul. So Bobrov at the free throw line. Down, solid back in November against Georgia in that win. Had 11 points, but the 15 rebounds that I was super impressed with today. He's sitting on 8 points and 5 rebounds, but 4 assists as well. And drops that one in too. Georgia. Shengelia. 7 on the clock. Got to go to work now. Lights one up from the 3. Can't get it to go. Good rebound though. Nice spin move. Oh, I like that one. There's a former post player. Nice little elite move. 8 points. This is the step back from the guy that's really becoming a star in front of our own eyes. Kovla goes to 20 points. And just jogged back like nothing happened. Here's a spin move. He likes the spin move, doesn't he? Can't make it this time. And a 19-point game. The biggest lead. That was 23 points, I believe. Yeah. Here's Mihailu. Can't get it to go. Coming up to 4.5 minutes left in this game, and Ukraine has pretty much led this whole game the whole way. Foul. Shengelia will go to the free throw line. Bit of a tough foul, but Bobrov finds himself in difficult situations. I haven't seen him get in foul trouble before. Bobrov. Wojciech into the game. Shengelia goes 1 from 2. 11 points, but really been a hard day at the office. Ukraine have done an excellent job on their defensive assignments, moving the ball, making it difficult for Georgia to defend. Comes Georgia. Shengelia fouled. We'll go back to the free throw line, and they're putting pressure, playing a bit of Ukraine's game. Giving them a taste of their own medicine, holding them to 1 shot, then boom, Shengelia, full court run. Goes down the other end, and is foul and is at the free throw line. Bring this to a 16-point game, potentially, after these free throws. Also, still doable with 4 minutes. This doesn't look good. So, 16-point game. So, head coach challenge, just to see if there's some malice behind that hit. I didn't see what happened. So referees will go and review. does, I think it is. Kind of swings his hand. And Skapinstead kind of gets... Oh! Actually, that's a great angle. That's a wind up and a hit to where the sun doesn't shine. That's tough. You can see, look here, swings his arms and punches the lower area. We'll wait for the call. Oh, he's untied his hair like he knows it's gonna be not a good foul. Let's have a look here. Yep, all right, cool. He's going to meet his friend in the locker room, Reed. Disqualifying foul, there it is, at the bottom for you. He knew it, he took his hair out. It's got malice behind the act, you know, that's not a basketball act. The wind up to the groin area is dangerous. And it's foul play, and the referees have gone to review it. Actually, it was a coach's challenge, wasn't it? It was Gaskis showing why he's such a great coach. So free throws are coming, and the right call. So now 2 players from Georgia have been kicked out. Yeah, just the frustration, mate. Also silly. I don't know if that's frustration. I just think that's dumb. How about that? So they get the free throws and the possession back. Pull it back to 18. Under 4 minutes here. Three at the top, no, air ball. It's nothing but Baltic Sea air here in Latvia. Wonderful basketball country, Riga. They love their basketball here. Skip through, that's tough. And a patient whistle. It's the right call. Patient whistle has been introduced to the game maybe 2 to 3 years now, where the referee can wait for the play to be completed to then see if he calls his whistle. Sometimes it frustrates, as you see the Georgia fans frustrated too. It can frustrate players because they feel like, well, why didn't you call it on the initial act? But sometimes, you know, referees are humans too, and they need to see the full play to then make their call. So free throws coming. Some younger Georgia team, kids looking on, watching the game. So Ukraine in full control here. 17 has been their sweet spot. Nice 2-man game. Yep, I agree. Can applaud that one. Really nice job. Sharing is caring. And good patience. They don't need to score quickly. They need to run the clock out. Got 18 team assists. Ukraine, here's Georgia. That's a nice mid-range. Foul on the floor. Free throws coming. Volanovic to the free throw line. Maximum back into the game. Another young buck. Saw him earlier. The young centre. 7'1", man. I think just being 20. 7'1". These experiences with the national team, especially how well Ukraine have played today. So they're going to empty out their bench. Kovalov into the game, his first minutes. So rebound from Ukraine coming under 2.5. Ukraine have had complete control from about the end of the first, maybe going into the second, and have never looked back. It's a soft touch. The biggest lead was 23. They went on a nice 13-0 run. Let's push it back to 20. It's a 13-point game when they played each other back in November. This is nice, but can't get it to go, and a foul, and that's unfortunate because the shot clock there is just buzzed, but a foul is called. Comes out. Good day at the office. Knocks them both down. So if I'm Ukraine, just take the full shot clock. Don't need to shoot too early. Move the ball from one side to the other. Make Georgia have to play. That's good job. Can't get the soft touch, and it's Georgia's ball. So comfortably at 18. Georgia wanna probably chip away at this, but still Ukraine playing to the last second, defending, but they get the bucket, make it 16. Trying to find something. Nice little drive. Nobody's cutting, there's a little bit of movement. Ooh, that's a foul. Frustration here from Georgia's team. Yeah, can look on, and there he is, 28 points, 4 assists and 5 rebounds. What a lovely day at the office. Playing his ball at the Utah Jazz. You can clearly see definitely how he shot the ball from beyond the 3, 41%, 5 from 12, and just loads of confidence. Went to the free throw line 7 times and played 31 minutes. Can sit down and enjoy the rest of the game. Under a minute here. Nice little drop-off pass, overshoots it. And that should do it, but last 2 possessions. Run out the clock. No hesitation. Move the ball on. Oh, shooting a bit too quick, but an air ball. Love will probably want that one back, but why not take a shot? Okay, so last possession here. As Ukraine are up 92-75. Another unsportsmanlike foul. Oh, this, you could see this happening. I was just waiting for it. Buzzer got to the unsportsmanlike. Ukraine don't like it. And we've already had 2 guys from Georgia sent to the locker room early. It was Reed in the first half with the shove to the neck of Kavesi. So they both got disqualified. Now so let's have a look where we're watching. Under the basket, number 6, it looks like, Georgia. Yes, kind of, let's see, does he? Yeah, gives an elbow, whoa. Shinkarada puts a little bit too much, and you can see why Ukraine then started to get upset and go for him. Because that's the second. Look at this elbow, bang! These aren't basketball plays, they're ugly. They're not needed. It's part of the game that we don't like to see. And we're probably going to see another disqualification. And so that's 3 guys for Georgia who are going to be in the locker room, icing down. And there's less than 7 seconds left of this game. But luckily nobody comes onto the floor. If the benches, anyone from the bench comes on the floor, they'll be disqualified too. So just a little bit of a pushing game at the end there. I don't think that needs to be sorted out, but referees taking their time here because I don't know. I don't like how Georgia have taken this loss. Take it like a man, take it with sportsmanship, and learn from it, you know? But their emotions have got the better of them. Let's wait and see what Crew Chief Martin has to say. If 2 fists go up, he's out of it. Okay, unsportsmanlike. So there you go. 4 free throws for number 7. Let's do this math over here. Wow, so Lukashov got a technical foul as well, I guess, because he got in on the action because he was upset. Yeah, unsportsmanlike foul. So 2 free throws coming here. The technical foul, that's worth 1. So technical foul is 1 free throw. The unsportsmanlike for getting hit is 2 free throws. And then should have 1 more. Because they were over the limit, right? That's why he had 4. 2 for the unsportsmanlike and 2 for the regular foul, because Georgia's over 5 team fouls. So yeah, just let it bounce out. I think that's the right thing to do. And that will do it. It took us a bit of time to get there. Ukraine figured it out as they win by 18. There it is, done and dusted. Final score, Ukraine 94, Georgia 76. So Ukraine managed that game very well from out the gates, really. Scored 30 points. Their biggest quarter was the first and won every single quarter. Finished that last one with 19, held Georgia to 16. One of their lowest quarters. In the second quarter, they only scored 14, Georgia, and that's where really it fell apart. They lost their big baller, their big scorer, Marquis Reed, to an unsportsmanlike foul, and he got kicked out. He got disqualified, excuse me. And he had 18, and that was it. The kind of wheels fell off from there. But excellent. I thought Ukraine are a team to watch. They got some nice pieces, some nice young stars. Oh, Alexandra Kovla, I like him. I think he's an up-and-coming guy. Scored 20 points. And also Mihailuk was tremendous today as well. He had 28 points, knocked down 5 threes. So it gives the Ukraine fans a lot to celebrate here. So getting it done. They move 3-2 in this group. There's our last stats. 43% from the 2-point strike, 11 threes from 33. That's a nice little number, not bad. Free throw line, 71%. You want to maybe work on that. But the rebounding game, they did win. The assists, 19 assists, 8 steals. Those are all numbers, but really the biggest thing was they turned over Georgia 11 times and scored 22 points. Reed, crazy enough, finishes the top scorer. Can you believe that? He scored those in the first quarter and never came back. And that was the game in its just self, you know, and it just wrapped up right there. That who was going to score? Nobody else, because he was the top scorer. Never came back in the second half, and nobody outscored him. So here's the fourth and final best plays, and it's all Ukraine. I thought they were great. You know why? It was the fast break points. 17 fast break points. This was nice. Put back. They had 21 second chance points, 28 points in the paint. They did a lot of damage. With able to score 22 points off the turnovers. I said that before. They out-rebounded them, but it was the offensive rebounds too. 18 offensive rebounds out of their total 48. Was relentless. That was a nice little move, but he got kicked out. Coach Baskowska, excuse me. I like him too, that head coach. Lots of experience as a player and a coach, and has really got these guys looking good, feeling good, and going in the right direction, playing good basketball. They defended the hoop so well. I thought they really made it difficult for Georgia to score. They'll go on to Denmark on Sunday, where they've beaten Denmark already. So they beat them 88-71 back in November. So still a lot to play for, but that should do it for Ukraine to get them. Yeah, that moves them to 3-2 and keeps them in that second spot. There it is, thank you, because Spain 4-0, but they do play later. Denmark are 0-4, can't get a dub, so we expect Spain to move 5-0 and stay at the top of the table. But that's Group A for today, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure you stick around. There's so many games across all regions today. So thank you and enjoy the rest of your evening. Ukraine, get it done. They look good. One to watch, that's for sure. Have a good evening.